knowledge, wisdom, and enlightenment. As we gather here to explore the transformative role of artificial intelligence in governance, it is only fitting that we start with this care gesture, invoking the light of innovation, clarity, and progress. मैं निवेदन करूंगी सम्मानीय अतिथिगणों से श्री संजय दुबे जी, मिस्टर अमोद कुमार सर, मिस्टर सौरभ कुमार तिवारी जी, मिस्टर सौरभ मंडल जी, प्रोफेसर प्रशांत सालवन जी, मिस्टर अनिरुद्ध श्रीवास्तव, मिस्टर कार्तिक सूरी, मिस्टर अजय कौल, मिस्टर आशीष वशिष्ठ, मिस्टर गुरु प्रसाद, आप सभी से निवेदन है कृपया करके आप दीप प्रज्वलन कर आज के वर्कशॉप आर्टिफिशियल भारत एंड मध्य प्रदेश का शुभारंभ करें।
शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणं आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धि विनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोस्तुते दीपज्योतिः परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपो हरतु मे पापं सन्ध्यादीपनमोऽस्तुते ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः ओ दीपब्रह्म।
Thank you so much. Again, I would like to welcome you all at AI Bharat at Madhya Pradesh workshop on accelerating governance with AI innovation, Aadhaar and state consultation. Artificial intelligence is becoming a part of life and becoming a part of daily government operations too, from improving how services are delivered to making better, faster decisions. Artificial intelligence is helping to transform governments. Instead of relying only on traditional rule-based system, governments are now using AI tools that learn from data, adapt over time, and make smart decisions. This is especially useful for the state like Madhya Pradesh, where reaching both urban and rural citizens efficiently is key priority. In remembrance of Honorable Lokmata Ahilyabai Holkar ji's 300th birth anniversary, this AI Bharat at Madhya Pradesh is organized at the heart of India, Madhya Pradesh. We have one more beautiful tradition of welcoming guests, that is Atithi Devo Bhava. I would like to request MD MPSDC, Mr. Ashish Vashish sir, to welcome Mr. Sanjay Dubey sir, ACS Science and Technology, Madhya Pradesh, Government of Madhya Pradesh, to welcome him with bouquet, and let us have a huge round of applause to welcome Mr. Sanjay Dubey sir, ACS Science and Technology. Artificial intelligence is not just a technology, it's a new wave of opportunity for India's future, and this is the vision of Honorable Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi ji, and we are having our dignified guest, Mr. Amod Kumar, DDG UIDAI. Heartily welcome you, sir. Would like to request Ashish sir to welcome Mr. Saurabh Kumar Tiwari, Additional Secretary DBT, and Mr. Saurabh Mandal, DRDO Scientist Dev. Heartily welcome you, sir. Would like to request Ashish sir itself to welcome Professor Prashant Salvan, Dean IIM Indore. And now I would like to request Mr. Guru Prasad, PD MPSDC, to welcome Mr. Anirudh Srivastav, Chief Architect, Google Cloud India. Would like to request Guru Prasad sir to welcome Mr. Kartik Suri, General Manager, India Artificial Intelligence. Mr. Ajay Kaul, AWS, India Head. Heartily welcome you, sir. And would like to request Abhishek Anand, Senior General Manager, MPSDC, to welcome Mr. Ashish Vashish, MD MPSDC, and Mr. Guru Prasad, Project Director, MPSDC, on the dais. With the wonderful vision and mission, this Artificial Intelligence Bharat at Madhya Pradesh workshop is organized, and would like to invite Mr. Ashish Vashish, MD, MPSDC, to deliver opening remark.
respected ACS sir, Sanjay Dubey sir, UIDI DDG Shri Amod Kumar sir, Additional Secretary UIDI Shri Saurabh Tiwari sir, esteemed dignitaries on the dais, colleagues from the central and state governments, our valued partners from industry, academia, and all distinguished guests. Good morning to all of you. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the AI Innovation, Aadhaar and State Consultation Workshop in the heart of India, Bhopal. Together, we gather not only to discuss a technological frontier, but to define a governance transformation powered by artificial intelligence. AI is not just a buzzword. It is emerging as a foundational tool for making public service faster, smarter, and more inclusive. Over the course of next 2 days, we are embarking on a comprehensive exploration of how artificial intelligence can truly revolutionize governance. On the first day, we will delve into the central theme of AI for good governance, with discussions focused on how AI can enhance operational efficiency across departments. We will also explore strategies to maximize the impact of Aadhaar, using it as a foundation for personalized and targeted public service delivery. Further, sessions on AI for public service delivery will highlight scalable solutions for mass benefit, followed by in-depth reflection on emerging research and future AI trends that are shaping the next wave of innovation. We will also learn from real-world use cases across sectors, demonstrating the transformative potential of AI in practice. On the second day, the spotlight will be on the various digital platforms and innovation under the mighty ecosystem. We will witness showcases on flagship initiatives such as DigiLocker, Entity Locker, NSSO Meri Pehchan, and API Setu, followed by further presentations on OpenForge, the Umang application, MyScheme, UX4G, and national capacity building frameworks. A key highlight will be on open discussion between central and state government officials, where we will address challenges around AI integration, upscaling of solutions, and areas that require institutional or policy support. The day will also feature presentations and interactive Q&A session on critical areas such as the Digital Personal Data Protection Act, cybersecurity, and key digital public goods like eSanjeevani, Diksha, and Mighty Startup Hub. This workshop aims not just to inform, but to ignite collaboration and build a roadmap for AI-driven governance in Madhya Pradesh and across the nation. The purpose of this workshop is to empower government departments with cutting-edge digital tools. AI is at the core of this digital transformation. It enables a shift from reactive services delivery to predictive governance, where decisions are data-driven, proactive, and citizen-centric. MPSDC is actively leveraging AI to revolutionize governance and public service delivery across Madhya Pradesh. Our AI-driven initiatives span across rural development, education, agriculture, Jansampark, healthcare, and various other domains. These efforts aim to enhance transparency, scalability, efficiency, and most importantly, citizen enablement. Presently, MPSDC have been entrusted with the responsibility as nodal agency for implementation of various prestigious IT projects of Government of Madhya Pradesh and also Government of India. Also, development of IT parks, electronic manufacturing cluster, infrastructure development for SWAN, State Data Center, Pariche, e-Office, and Aadhaar. Center of Excellence has been created in MPSDC to provide IT services to other government departments in Madhya Pradesh. At Center of Excellence, our sole purpose is to remove the obstacles our departments face every day in their digital transformation journey. Our mission is to help government departments achieve their objectives by providing innovative, best-in-class consulting, IT solution and services, and to make it a success for all stakeholders who work with us. MPSDC is also committed to generate IT businesses for the public-private sector with a mandate from the government to develop IT in the state. This includes opportunities for software development, supply hardware, networking, web application, e-commerce, IT training, and entire gamut of direct and indirect IT businesses. We intend to capitalize on this development and promote investment across Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh State Data Center is set up to help the department organization rendering IT-related services by maximizing IT performance through reliable hosting, managing IT risk, and providing continuous connectivity support. SDC's state-of-the-art hosting environment, along with the breadth of functionality and depth of expertise, provide secure, reliable, and efficient delivery of G2G, G2C, and G2B delivery services, hereby improving end user satisfaction. Madhya Pradesh has become the very first state in the country to roll out the SD-WAN, software-defined wide area networking services in SWAN. It will simplify the IT operations with automated provisioning, unified policies, and streamlined management to help ensure rapid updates and resolutions and provide advanced network functionality, reliability, and security. Single Citizen Database is a social registry device for the state of Madhya Pradesh. It helps to identify and target social welfare program to families in need of support. It is based on Samagra database that was envisioned in the year 2013-14, aimed at collecting information on families and its members, including their socio-economic status, demographic characteristic, and other relevant data in order to determine their eligibility for social assistance. This workshop is a step towards building a future-ready state administration. Across department, there is a growing appetite for innovation. AI empowers us to deliver public service that are faster, smarter, and more inclusive while reducing administrative burden. This workshop is to catalyze a shared vision among departments, industry leaders, and technology partners on how AI can be embedded into the fabric of governance in Madhya Pradesh. I am also pleased to announce that MPSDC will launch a nationwide hackathon on AI in June 2025, and themes will be around AI for governance, AI for education, and AI for agriculture. In conclusion, AI is not just a tool, it is an opportunity to redefine governance, to reach the unreached, and to deliver services with speed, scale, and sensitivity. As MD of MPSDC, I reaffirm our commitment to making Madhya Pradesh a leader in AI-enabled governance, one that is smart, inclusive, and prepared for the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful welcome remark. And it is truly said by you that MP is becoming #1 in every sector. In AI also, it will lead. Would like to request Shri Sanjay Dubey, sir, Additional Chief Secretary, Department of Science and Technology. With all due respect, would like to welcome you all on the podium to express your views on emerging technologies at Madhya Pradesh. Let us have a huge round of applause. With all the legacy of impactful roles, he combines innovation and citizen-centric governance, notably founding the Indore Society for Organ Donation to advance public awareness and social impact. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. A very hearty good morning and welcome to each one of you. Respected august gathering on the dais and off the dais. It's a privilege to host you all here on this two-day conference of AI-enabled services. Not only AI, but also the applications in drone technology, in Aadhaar, in UIDI, and the initiatives of NEGD. It also has a significance today because we are celebrating Devi Ahilya Bai's 300th birth centenary, and she comes from Madhya Pradesh, she comes from Indore, and she is considered to be one of those stalwart administrators who could foresee the challenges in the administration. We have all seen how she has transformed at that point of time the administrative capabilities governing from center of Madhya Pradesh, a small place called Maheshwar, and having her footprints imprinted almost at every location, right from Kedarnath, Badrinath to Rameshwaram. That shows how an able administration can leave the mark, indelible mark on the administrative capabilities to make sure that every citizen gets benefited. Today, it has a significance because we are also gathered here to see as to how we are trying to capitalize on the new capabilities that have thrown open by the new advancements in AI technology, blockchain technology, in drone technology, in various other fields. Before taking over in this department, I was also feeling that yes, and it is just about few months that I have taken over in this department, we were intrigued as to what is being done in Madhya Pradesh, and to tell you that we only had one policy which said IT, ITS policy, because we had that impression that everything and encompassing anything and everything which is being done with the computers, means and IT. Today that paradigm shift has happened, and we had risen up to the occasion and said that no more there could be only one policy trying to attract investment, trying to make the developments into the field, but we have to work in a different, altogether different mechanism whereby we address the requirements of specific verticals that have got created in it. And that's how we have come out very soon with the 4 different policies in addition to IT/ITS policy, which has GCC policy to attract Global Capabilities Center. We also have now drone enabled service and drone manufacturing policy, which encourages the applications of drone into various fields, including the manufacturing of it. We have AVGC policy, which is audio, visual, gaming, cartooning, and extended reality. We also have semiconductor policy because we want to capitalize on the opportunities that are thrown open now with the help of a lot of companies showing interest in Madhya Pradesh. So having this is a kind of an indication that we have given to the industry that we are open for any changes that we need to do to encourage the industrial development, to increase the investment in Madhya Pradesh, and to encourage the opportunities that lie ahead because of the new developments that are shaping up. There are only 2 industries that I see are the sunrise industry. One is renewable energy, which I was fortunate to work in for about 3.5 years in energy and renewable energy sector, and I'm fortunate to be in IT department, and I feel that that is also another sunrise sector because these 2 sectors show a promise for a future if we have to progress in a more advanced way, in a way in which we can respond to the requirements or expectations from the citizens of Madhya Pradesh. What has happened over the period of time is that the policies itself will not be suffice, because policy is only an intention, but it is not the intention but the actual action which determines how the state is going to reform and perform. So what we have thought in MPSDC, and I must compliment my team because there are very few states which can offer that we have in-house capabilities of doing all kinds of work. And to just give you an example of the capabilities that we have developed, we are probably the only state in the whole world, the only place in the whole world which allows 24/7 registration of our documents without ever physically visiting any government office. No other country, no other state has this capability whereby you allow this. And this has been possible because now we are using and capitalizing on AI capabilities of Aadhaar. We are probably the state, there are few more states, but amongst those leader states who have actually used face recognition of Aadhaar using AI for marking the attendance of our government officers. It is not made mandatory as of now because we want to do it silently, but we are marking the attendance of the individuals and seeing as to how much, at what time they are entering into our office premises, when are they leaving. And soon we are going to have a Digi Yatra kind of a entrance gate system, also with more than 34 cameras installed at different locations to see as to what our employees are doing. Are they actually enjoying the sun in the winter months or the shade in the summer months rather than sitting on their locations and doing the work. So there are multiple applications that we are looking at. I don't want to dwell on each of them. We also have a situation where we have a cyber tehsil where you don't have to go anywhere. And I just give you an example. The day you purchase or sell a property, if supposedly you are a purchaser, what do you need? You need a document to be done that is there on the system. You need the valuation of a property to pay the stamp tax, that is also GIS location identified, calculation of the valuation of the property which gives you how much stamp duty you need to pay. You don't have to visit any office. You have 50 odd different types of deeds both in Hindi and English which you can select a template, fill in your details and your deed is ready. You know how much is to be paid. You make online payment of stamp duty. You get a schedule as per your convenience booked online. You get a confirmation. Once you get a confirmation, you do the registration with the face recognition application of Aadhaar. While the 2 different individual seller and buyer could be at different locations, one could be in Washington and another one could be in Hong Kong, and you do the verification with the help of Aadhaar authentication. Once you have done that, the moment you press submit, you have a deed on your WhatsApp and email that you have pre-filled into your form. Where else do you have to do that? Where do you have to go? And to tell you the truth, we are now registering about 10,000 daily, 10,000 registration, and this is the only process in Madhya Pradesh for registration. There is no other parallel system that we are doing. 10,000 registration per day is the level that we have reached in just 5 months since it has got launched. But we are soon going to increase the capabilities even beyond this. Now, this is not the end of the story. After that, what you need to do is get your name mutated into your records. So, the moment the registration of document is submitted, the document moves to the concerned public utility service provider, which is whether a municipal corporation or a panchayat. It gets embedded there, and the mutation application gets generated on its own, goes to the tehsildar or a municipal corporation officer who is responsible for doing this mutation, and within a month's time, this mutation already gets into if the order is passed by the officer, perfectly fine. If it is not, it is deemed passed, and the records of rights which are there in the rural area as well as in urban area gets updated, and you get a copy of the updated record of rights back into your WhatsApp and email. You don't have to visit any of the government office. Next time, the next year, the property tax doesn't go to the person who has sold this property off, but it comes to your inbox because you have now become the owner. Again, it is seamlessly integrated. So, you have a GIS which is integrated, which gives you information. You have an IT backup which is there. You have multiple departments who are doing it. And the best part is, you also have a search operation, because when you purchase a property, you want to know whether it is disputed or not. That linkage is also provided in this. So, you can click onto a property and you could know that if there are any litigations pending in any of the courts in Madhya Pradesh or otherwise also, even up to the Supreme Court. So, that is a kind of leverage that the technology has given. Now, when we come to application of AI, why it is important and why we are talking. First of all, since the officers are here, the basic principle of AI, where the AI could be the best use case, is whatever you can do in 1 second without any assistance is where the application of AI would be. Imagine, when you come across a person, you see that person's face and you immediately recognize that he or she is such and such individual. Now, here is the application of AI, because your mind has responded within a second's time, and here the application would be. So, this is a test case. If somebody is doubting whether it will be there or not, the application of AI would happen or not. If there is a case in which your mind can decide, why the AI is applicable in driverless car. Again, when you are driving, your mind is recognizing the multiple directions the traffic is moving. Now, here the application comes in. So, wherever the vision is there, wherever your mind can decide within a second of doing an action, that is a point where the AI can deliberately and definitely would happen. Now, if we then try that, yes, we would like to have a network of people doing it, yes, there are cases in which we will do it, but these are the low hanging fruits. These are the places where, so if you have any doubt whether this functionality of AI would be possible in your application, first have this check. If that is a check which gives you an answer as yes, this could be a possible application of AI, and that we all have to keep in mind if we have to make an application of AI. So, even if you are not an expert of AI, you don't know anything about it, just have this check, and if the answer is yes, you can certainly be sure of that yes, this is a possibility of having an AI application into it. Now, this is not enough, and I can keep on dwelling on different aspects of AI, but the chances and the possibility of AI application is not from the purpose of that we want to be seen as somebody who is embracing AI. But as a government officers here, it is important for all of us to understand that the basic purpose of we being in the government is to improve the governance and to provide the services to the citizen. So, is there any way in which we can do it? So, rather than doing something which is routine and rudimentary, and the person visiting your office and requesting you for certain things, AI gives you an opportunity to be proactive rather than being reactive. So think about the applications where you can actually provide that information, give that kind of a service on a proactive basis rather than the person coming and visiting your office and asking for a particular services to be given or granted to them. So the second test that I would like to do is when you are thinking of making an AI application, can you change from a reactive governance to a proactive governance? If the answer is yes, you must embrace AI. That would be the second test that we should be doing. The third and the foremost important is that are you getting an opportunity of changing the processes? Because unless you do the process re-engineering, just like what we used to earlier do, the ledgers getting converted into computerized ledgers, it doesn't bring in any efficiency. So the third check that we all have to understand is whether and are we going to have a process re-engineering so that there is a minimal time difference and between what the person has expected versus what we have been able to give them. So if these three checks are going to be yes, you have a very, very clear-cut case of application of AI. And today, it's not only the government departments from various government agencies, including from Government of India. I have luminaries like Mr. Amod, Mr. Saurabh, who have been dealing into this area for multiple reasons and into different positions. But we also have industry leaders coming from AWS, from Google, from Meta, just to see as to what they are doing with our government and also other than the government, other state governments and even in the private sector. So the idea of having this conference is, sorry for being little time consuming, but the idea of this conference or a workshop is how can we see and leverage this opportunity of application of AI into your day-to-day functioning in the government. If you are able to take advantage, one use case, one case study can motivate you to have an application doing in your own department, I think the workshop would be a success. So idea behind this is that all of you who are representing different parts of the government, different functions of the government, the request would be in these 2 days, see what makes it reasonable for you to have an application. Can there be a situation whereby whatever learnings the industry has achieved, whatever directions the Government of India has been giving, whatever be the learnings of them, if there is a single use case which you can apply and replicate into your government system to improve the efficiency, to reduce and minimize the drudgery that a person has to undergo, the purpose of this workshop would be surely achieved. And I must once again welcome each one of you sitting here from academia, from industry, from government, that thank you for coming over. Thank you for visiting us. Thank you for sharing your ideas while you would be here for 2 days. And I must say that each one of you have to take advantage of it. Give your time. I think this is a valuable time that you are going to apply for yourself. And finally, I would say that having a knowledge of IT and AI would also make you personally enriched, because there is a lot of things that you can apply in your personal life if you are aware of what the applications of AI could be. So it's a personal as well as professional growth that you should be looking for within these 2 days. All the very best, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring word and sharing the great ideology behind organizing this AI workshop and reason of collaboration with academicians, interests, policymakers, and technologists. And as we know, technology is becoming catalyst for any developing nation, state, or city. And now we will have a look on a short movie based on MPSDC.
Namaskar Bharat. In the heart of India, a powerful digital revolution is taking shape. At the core of this transformation is the Department of Science and Technology, Government of Madhya Pradesh, and its executing arm, the Madhya Pradesh State Electronics Development Corporation, or MPSEDC. Under the visionary leadership of Honorable Chief Minister Dr. Mohan Yadav, digital transformation in Madhya Pradesh is not just a mission, it's a movement. And MPSEDC is steering this journey into the future. This is where transformation begins. The State Data Center. Scalable, secure, and ready for tomorrow. It powers over 400 government services. Connectivity fuels governance. MP Swan, India's first SD-WAN enabled state network, connects more than 9,800 government offices. Cybersecurity is our first shield. With MP CERT, the state's digital defense center, we're securing data, platforms, and trust. To promote IT investments, the government has allocated approximately 400 acres of land for IT park development in key cities: Bhopal, Gwalior, Jabalpur, and Indore. These parks provide state-of-the-art facilities for software development, data centers, IT-enabled services, and innovation hubs. Additionally, 90 acres are reserved for electronics manufacturing clusters. Global giants have already made their move. With billions in investment and thousands of jobs, Madhya Pradesh is now a serious contender on the global tech map. Policies that power progress. The IT, ITES and ESDM Promotion Policy 2023 offers global scale incentives and fast-track facilitation. The Madhya Pradesh Global Capability Centers Policy 2025, making MP India's next GCC powerhouse. The Semiconductor Policy, accelerating chip design and electronics innovation. The AVGC XR Policy, nurturing next-gen animation, gaming and immersive tech ecosystems. The Drone Policy 2025, enabling UAV innovation across 15+ sectors. Centers of excellence are being established under the new age policies to accelerate innovation in GCC, Semicon, AVGC and drones. With over 30 digital platforms, MPSEDC is reimagining governance with precision, scale and empathy. From property registration, land records and welfare schemes to workforce management and mining, every touchpoint is now smarter, seamless and secure. With MPSSDI and Drone as a Service, every decision is now driven by data. Madhya Pradesh is not just catching up, it's leading, empowering 8.4 crore citizens, inviting the world and coding the blueprint of a self-reliant digital India.
So this is how Madhya Pradesh is becoming future ready with the help of technology and AI. Moving ahead, I would like to invite Mr. Saurabh Mandal, Scientist Staff at DRDO, to express his views on AI Bharat at Madhya Pradesh. He is specialized in AI, autonomous systems and defense computing. He derived innovation in mission critical technologies, contributing in India's self-reliance and security through advanced research and development in strategic defense application. So let us have a huge round of applause to welcome Mr. Saurabh Mandal to share his views on artificial intelligence Bharat at Madhya Pradesh.
Namaskar, the August gathering at the dais and the full house. First and foremost, let me tell this. I am a native of Madhya Pradesh, although for last 21 years, I've been working for a DRDO establishment called Center for Artificial Intelligence and Robotics. Established in 1986. That time it was, you can say, the vision of our former directors, that they saw the importance and relevance back then of AI. Although the AI solutions, the use cases, we serve only for a niche customer base. We serve for Indian Armed Forces. But there is a peculiar commonality between what we do for Indian Armed Forces and the intent and objective of this workshop being carried forward by MPSDC. AI to the last mile, to the citizen of state of MP, irrespective of where he or she is located, be it in urban centers or remote or rural areas. The common factor is we operate in what we define as resource constrained environments. So our armed forces, they are deployed across length and breadth of our international borders, and the places where they are deployed, they are not really resource rich in terms of compute, infrastructure, bandwidth, communication. Similar cases are, or similar set of constraints plague the service delivery, the governance at the last mile, in particular rural and remote areas. So today in my session, I will be covering some of those aspects. I will be covering some of our experiences working with the armed forces, and at the same time I have tuned it, taking those constraints into our consideration and try to bring out what should be our directives or directions moving ahead, so that our efforts can be homogeneous and can be focused and directed in solving the real problems. I would conclude my speech by saying that now onwards, AI should not be the goal. It should be the means to achieve something bigger which can benefit society at large. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your golden words. Now, I would like to request Mr. Ajay Kaul, Amazon Web Services India head, to express his views on artificial intelligence Bharat. He is having a vast experience in IT, more than 20 years of fabulous experience. Let us have a huge round of applause to welcome Mr. Ajay Kaul.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone, and respected dignitaries on the dais, ladies and gentlemen. It's an absolute pleasure to be here this morning. You know, Madhya Pradesh, already having the title of being one of the beautiful states in the country and one of the cleanest as well, is now going to be a digital first and AI first state also, I'm sure, in the coming days. So I think a lot has been said by Mr. Dubey, but I would just like to add a few more things. AI is going to be the future, and there's no running away from it. I think the first and foremost starting point should be to embrace it as quickly, as soon as possible, so that we're able to understand the real benefits of the way the AI is going to help us. At the same time, it is going to cut across all the sectors that we can think of, right from agriculture to financial services to education to healthcare. It's going to be a massive, massive revolution that's going to be created. And you know, the only differentiator is that we have seen so many technologies coming so far, and all of us know that whatever gets innovated today is going to be, you know, obsolete tomorrow. But AI is going to be a little bit different. What has been embedded as part of AI is the way a human mind thinks. Think about it. It's not as technology where you are able to input data, feed data, and it's going to give you some kind of an, you know, outcome by virtue of reports, analysis, and do some kind of tasks here and there. The beauty of this technology is that, one, the quantum of data it covers is not in megabytes or gigabytes. It's an enormous scale to begin with. The second thing that Mr. Dubey also alluded to is the way the recognition happens is by virtue of the number of parameters that you choose to recognize any object, whether it is a human interface or any object for that matter. And the AI has the capability of looking at millions of parameters in milliseconds to be able to establish what the object is. And not only that, it has the power of thinking and creating the outcomes which are very, very innovative. So for example, if you today do a search on the website in terms of what can you talk about Madhya Pradesh as a state, it will give you very fixed generic outcomes. But the same method when you use on an AI platform is going to give you very differentiated outcomes. And on top of that, it has the ability of making its own improvements over and over again. So it's going to be a very, very different, a very, very vast kind of a domain. The last thing that comes to my mind is a very small example of the way doctors today look at the prescription and decide whether the disease that has been identified is at what stage, what could be the right medicine that is provided, what could be the right course of action that can be looked at. Think of AI as the mind of the doctor who has enormous experience not only of that specific area, but even those areas which are not yet established, and be able to, in a fraction of milliseconds, establish what the problem is and what can be the right way of looking at that problem, because every human being is different. Every parameter is going to be different. So there are such areas, whether it is in aviation, whether it is in any sector, it is going to be creating an enormous amount of impact. So in due course of time today, there are sessions that we have, and I'm going to be also looking at some of the learnings that we have from the August gathering here. But at the same time, we'll also share with you, as part of Amazon Web Services, we have few use cases that we are working on with central government, with state governments, including government of Madhya Pradesh. I would like to take you through in terms of what we are doing today as we speak and what the possibilities could be moving forward. So with that, thank you once again very much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Would like to request Dr. Prashant Salvan, sir, professor at IIM Indore, to express his views on artificial intelligence at Bharat, and he is also having more than 2 decades of experience in strategy and international business, and LSE alumnus. He has advised global institutions like the World Bank, ADB and UN, and is recognized for his academic and consulting excellence. So let us have a huge round of applause to welcome Professor Prashant Salvan.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Thanks a lot, Dr. Sanjay Dubey, to please invite us, and would like to really, very nice to listen to all the people who are on the dais and off the dais. Just want my main presentation, which I'm just discussing, I'll just take a few minutes. Our main topic, which we were presenting on AI, on efficacy in governance, the role of academia in AI capacity building. Now, when you look at artificial intelligence, as many people know, actually started very early in late 1950s. But if you look at it's then in India, it was first implemented in an organization called ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization. Then from there, in 1985, 5 people headed by Dr. Kalam shifted to DRDO, and where the main artificial intelligence were actually used to develop 5 integrated guided missile development programs. And pardon? But main, I think so they're just doing some small. I hope you can see. Yeah, sorry. So once again, good morning. So the main thing I just wanted to just mention to you, yes, 1950s AI started. In India, it was first implemented in an organization called ISRO. Then it was then implemented in DRDO. But the main implementation started of AI, to be more precise, it started when Government of India initially decided that when you look at Viksit Bharat 2047 and Amrit Kal, the Government of India said we have to link it from the macro level to the micro level. And if you look at what our Honorable Prime Minister mentioned, the main agenda called maximum governance and minimum government, envisages a digitally empowered citizen and digitally transformed institutions. Bringing government and citizen closer using technology is important for ease of living and ease of doing business. And that's what our Honorable Prime Minister said, it's Viksit Bharat transforming governance. Earlier, AI implementation in government was mainly done by individual leaders, those who used to head some organizations, try to do some innovations in that particular type of organization. But now it has become a system process. And this is now linked to public value theory. I want to give you a very nice example here. Indore has done multiple projects, and one of the projects, one state government came to us and told us that why don't you study our industrial policy and please tell us some inputs regarding what we can do to further improve that industrial policy. And also, they also mentioned one small thing that, can you please tell us that what our citizens are thinking about us? So when we did a study, we found out around 78% of the citizens of that particular state, who were young people, especially working in MSME and starting their own startups, were very unhappy with the government. And they were not happy because the services were not good, the activities were not proper and things like that. And then we suggested some inputs for them to do what to do, and especially linking to AI and e-service quality. They implemented that. We did a study after 2 years and saw the impact. 92% of those people who were unhappy, 78% were unhappy, 92% of them became very happy with the e-service quality of the government using AI. Like Dr. Dubey was just mentioning about in his plenary talk about the integration they have done, especially on land records. That's really amazing, and I believe Madhya Pradesh is the first state, and other states can look at that particular example to do it, because these small things really help the e-service of the citizen, and naturally it directly affects the government and helps the government to grow. So that's particular state government. I'm happy that they are more confident now they're going to win the next election. But the issue here is e-service quality is the most important perspective, but it directly links to public value theory. So that's why we say when you look at AI in public value, we can say one very interesting activity. I'll just shift this. One, you have to look at 4 basic pillars when you look at AI. One is called relieving, in which AI takes as mundane task. Splitting up, where AI helps to break up job into smaller pieces. Replacing, where AI carries out an entire job performed by a human. And augmenting, it's where the AI technology makes workers more effective by complementing each and another skills. When you look at these issues in a very different perspective, in public value is embodied in public bureaucracies and organizations striving to achieve strong performance and social results through efficient, effective, just and equitable operations. So this is what you have to understand. As I mentioned to you, when you look at in ISRO, it is used because that is how the technology is used to build efficiency and effectiveness. It is used in DRDO because precision of missile has to be there. Because hope you know, ours is the most precision missile in the world. We have most closest to 1 meter precision level we have. In public sector also, India has now become such a high level wherein we have to implement efficiency, effectiveness, equitable operations, wherein one thing is very, very important is AI has a potential to generate significant public value by enhancing efficiency, improving decision making, fostering citizen trust. However, successful AI implementation in public sector requires not only technological capabilities, but also complementary changes within organization and a focus on building trust and addressable potential ethical concern. So when we look at the implementation is 3 levels, and how where academics can help is in these levels: macro, meso, and micro. So when you look at macro level, we focus on institutional rules and norms. Meso is focused on management process and collective decision making, and micro is focused on choices regarding AI system algorithm and the people management. And that's what first time we implemented in commercial taxes in Madhya Pradesh. There was a team headed by Chatterjee as well as there's a former Secretary Revenue, and where all these implementation was done, and we found out there are opportunities, there are challenges, there are solutions and applications. So these all have to be implemented. And these implementation can be done when you found out the various skill set gaps. So you look at from the technical gap, interpersonal skills gap, managerial competency gap, legal acumen and ethical understanding gap. And these all things can only be managed when you look at to a system of capabilities build up. So United Nations released a report in 2022 which talks about artificial intelligence and digital transformation competency for civil servants, which was further upgraded, and then they came out with this model. This model talks about the competency wheel of AI adoption in public administration. So you talk about effective AI communication, you talk about ethical competency, you talk about legal knowledge, managerial skills, interpersonal skills, creativity and design thinking, and technical skills. These all combination help you to develop a very good competency wheel for AI adaptation in public administration. And that is what, when you look at any AI adaptation, it is not about a minuscule part of 1x I'm doing. You have to look at, as Dr. Dubey mentioned, the whole systematic thinking, total digital transformation. You can't just do one thing and say, I have done a very excellent activity. That will not work unless you are linked with all those activities together. So this is like, for example, one of the biggest success AI implementation is the Bhashni project, and the ONDC actually became successful because that Bhashni app actually helped in different languages people could understand that activity. Like in Madhya Pradesh, you also have an app like Mega App in commercial taxes. That app really helped to implement and people to understand that activity, okay, fine, this is the issue which is happening as a chatbot act, and we have to implement these activities to work out. So there are very comprehensive approach with academics like IIT Indore and AM Indore did in commercial tax activity. And we can do it in many other, like training initiatives, hand-on experience, external partnership, recruitment norms, international exposure and experiential learning. These things can help you to really create and very effective AI implementation policies. And one thing in the end which I just want to tell you, when you look at from the AI implementation in public administration to increase public trust and public value creation, we have to understand that it has to link it in each and every level. Like for example, leadership commitment. They need to have a vision, articulate AI vision. They had to have good resource allocation activity, internal communication and ethical boards. In stakeholder engagement, they need to align with mission, involve in budget, two-way feedback and co-create roadmaps. In phase-out roles, you have to prioritize projects, allocate of pilots, update on progress and maintain oversight. And evaluation and adaptation, you need to develop key performance indicators, relocate of needed, gather staff survey and algorithmic audits. These are things to be weaved together so that the efficiency and effectiveness of AI implementation happens successfully, and it is an institutional process. One thing we have to understand that whenever implementing something has to be institutionalized. So when you do that activity, the sustainability actually increases. So these are the few things which are things which need to take care. So I will just stop here because my 5 minutes were there. And so remember these activity, whenever you develop any AI thing, we have to comprehensively allocate them properly and then implement. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Professor Prashant Salvanji, for your wonderful words. Would like to request Mr. Kartik Suri, General Manager, India Artificial Intelligence Mission from Government of India. Would like to invite him to express his views. Let us have a huge round of applause to welcome Mr. Kartik Suri, GM India AI Mission.
Honorable dignitaries, respected officials and fellow delegates, namaskar and a very good morning to everyone present here. It's a privilege to be here today as a representative of the India AI Mission, the Government of India's flagship program under the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. It's aimed at building a future-ready AI ecosystem for inclusive, responsible and scalable impact across the country. The entire India AI mission is structured on 7 pillars. First is the compute infrastructure, which basically focuses on building scalable AI ecosystem with 10,000 plus GPUs in a PPP mode, offering AI services and resources. Then we have the AI Coach or the datasets platform, which is facilitating access to high quality and non-personal datasets for AI innovation. Then there's an innovation and startups vertical, which is nurturing Indian solutions to Indian problems by developing and deploying indigenous LLMs and domain-specific foundational models as well. Then we have a skilling vertical, something that I personally look at, which is about preparing India's youth and the researchers and professionals for AI careers. Then we have an AI application development initiative, which is develops, scales, and promotes impactful AI solutions for addressing large-scale socioeconomic problems. Then there's a startup financing vertical as well, which is accelerating deep tech AI startups by streamlining access to funding for innovative AI projects. And to make sure that the entire ecosystem is conducive and works across, there's also a focus on making the entire AI journey ethical, inclusive, and trusted. So with all these, with this entire focus around AI, a little bit around what my vertical does, which is on future skills, which is predominantly setting up data and AI labs across the country. We have about 200 of them, which we intend to set up across, especially in tier 2 and tier 3 cities, to make sure that it goes out to as much of an extent as possible. We're also launching fellowships. In fact, rather, we have also launched fellowships for undergraduate, postgraduate, and even PhD aspirants across, for scaling skill development programs as well, where we have tie-up with industry partners like Microsoft, Meta, Intel, and IBM. I was going through the list of the attendees today, and it's a very, very impressive list, a mix, I would say, of industry, academia, and the government representatives as well. And this reflects a very growing collaboration that is essential if AI has to really solve some of our very pressing problems in today's date and time. From agriculture to healthcare to education and infrastructure, it spans across. Right? So this workshop is, obviously, I'm looking forward to this workshop as an opportunity not to just share ideas, but to also align on action. And Madhya Pradesh as a state with its rich institution ecosystem, forward-looking leadership and appetite for innovation can really play a very critical role in accelerating the India AI mission. The state has already taken multiple initiatives. We have heard a couple of our colleagues here talk about it, and they're already collecting meaningful data that could be useful for the innovation ecosystem. We urge the state government to also contribute more to the AI course data platform, and in fact also try and see if we can ramp up the data labs, which really becomes the, I would say, the foundation on this. And on behalf of India AI, me and my colleague Sushil, who's also here, would like to express our thanks to MPSDC and the government of Madhya Pradesh for inviting us to this forum. We acknowledge the efforts that have been putting in getting the entire gathering come alive. Let's work together to ensure that AI in India is not just built for India, but it is built for an Indian, every Indian in this country. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you, Kartik Suri, sir, for your wonderful words. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Guru Prasad, who is Project Director at MPSDC, to deliver thanks note, and with a focus of digital initiatives and infrastructure development, he derived digital transformation in governance, foster public-private partnership, and promotes digital inclusion to position Madhya Pradesh as leader in e-governance and innovation.
Morning one and all. Leaders must be visionary. We are very lucky to have visionary leaders on the dais. I'll take this opportunity to extend my heartful gratitude towards all the guests on the dais. Sri Sanjay Dubey, Additional Chief Secretary, Science and Technology, Government of Madhya Pradesh. Sir has given us vision and shown us path to the future. And this is the reason we have 4 new policies, and we will be coming up with the 5th policy soon. Shri Amod Kumar sir, DDG UIDIA, Government of India. Shri Saurabh Tiwari sir, Additional Secretary, DBT, Government of India. Thank you sir, taking out time from the busy schedule of Government of India and for being with us. Shri Kartik Suri, GM India AI, thanks for your encouraging words. Professor Prashant Salwan, Dean IIM Indore, thank you sir. Shri Saurabh Mandal, Scientist DRDO, Shri Aniruddh Srivastava, Chief Architect Google, Sri Ajay Kaul, AWS India Head. Thank you. Thanks a lot for your words and vision for Government of Madhya Pradesh. At last, I thank Sri Ashish Vashish sir for his hand-holding and guidance for this program. Before ending, I just want to say, for the future of AI, there are lines from Billy Collins in the poem Aristotle. This is beginning. Almost anything can happen. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Guru Prasad ji, for your thanks note. Now I would like to request all the dignitaries to be on stage for the group photograph. And let us have a huge round of applause for the wonderful session. And this was the plenary session. After this group photograph, we will move towards another session that will be on artificial intelligence in governance from vision to implementation. And here in Madhya Pradesh, where the mission is to serve every citizen, urban and rural alike, AI is becoming an enabler for equity and efficiency, whether it's agriculture, health, education, safety, or welfare. We are witnessing a silent revolution, and we are the part of this silent revolution. Thanks to all the dignified guests for joining us at the plenary session. And now we are moving ahead toward another session, that is AI in governance from vision to implementation. And as we know, it's not longer futuristic idea, but it is here. And it is becoming a part of our daily government operations, from improving how the services are delivering to making better and faster decision. AI is helping transform governance instead of relying on traditional rule-based system. And for this session, would like to invite our speakers, Mr. Anirudh Srivastav. I would like to request Mr. Anirudh Srivastav, sir, to join us on stage. Mr. Sahil Khitan, I would like to request Mr. Sahil Khitan to join us on stage. Professor Aruna Tiwari, would like to request Aruna Tiwari ma'am to join us on stage. The best way to predict the future is to invent it. And that's exactly what our state is doing by turning innovative ideas into ground level action. And so, concerned to this, we are moving ahead with another session that will be on AI in governance from vision to implementation. As we know, artificial intelligence is making a real impact across sectors like agriculture, healthcare, safety, and welfare. It's not just about new ideas, but about projects that are actually working on the ground. So it's about the things that is reality. The sessions throughout the day showcased how artificial intelligence is being used in real life government setting to make system more responsive, predictive, and citizen friendly. So very soon we will be having our speakers, Mr. Anirudh Srivastav, sir. Who is from Google Cloud India, and he will enlighten us relevance of artificial intelligence in governance and impactful implementation. And we will be having one more speaker, Mr. Sahil Khitan. And Professor Aruna Tiwari, ma'am, and would like to request our speakers to join us on stage. Artificial intelligence for India must means inclusive AI, solutions that speak our languages, solve our problems, and respect our diversity. From streamlining public services to enabling smarter, faster decision-making, AI is becoming a powerful tool in the hands of public leaders. And with this vision, AI in governance, from vision to implementation, this AI Bharat at Madhya Pradesh workshop is organized, and now we are going to start with another session that is on AI for good governance. We are having our speakers, Mr. Sahil Khaitan. Mr. Sahil Khaitan leads the public sector GTM strategy at Sarvam AI, driving AI adoption in government and public service. He excels in building strategic partnership and deploying indigenous AI solution tailored to India's need, shaping the future for impactful technology integration in governance. And it is truly said by Director IIT Madras, Dr. V. Kamakoti, AI will transform governance, healthcare, agriculture, and education in India, but only if it's built for Bharat. The Made in India is very important. AI should be built in Bharat for this transformation, for this revolution. And with this mission, only AI Bharat at Madhya Pradesh workshop is organized. We are having our speaker, Mr. Anirudh Srivastav, and Professor Aruna Tiwari ma'am on dais. Would like to request Guru Prasad, PD, MP, SCDC, to welcome all our speakers on dais. Would like to request Abhishek sir to welcome our speakers on dais. Senior GM, MP, SCDC, Mr. Abhishek sir is welcoming. Mr. Anirudh Srivastav, who is from Cloud India, Google Cloud India. Let us have a huge round of applause to welcome Mr. Anirudh Srivastav sir at Heart of India, Madhya Pradesh. Professor Aruna Tiwari ma'am, who is professor at IIT Indore, and Mr. Sahil Khaitan. So, without wasting a minute, would like to invite our speaker, Mr. Anirudh Srivastav, who leads public sector strategy at Google Cloud India with 28 years, more than 28 years of vast experience of global and digital transformation. He has driven key tech initiative across McKinsey, Microsoft, Dell, and World Bank, blending deep technical expertise with strategic leadership. Let us have a huge round of applause to welcome Mr. Anirudh Srivastav sir. Would like to request him to express his views on AI for good governance, relevance of AI in governance, and impactful implementations.
All right, good morning. Good morning, everybody. And thank you so much to MP SCDC and the government of Madhya Pradesh in really, first of all, setting up this event on AI and how it could actually help in citizen service delivery and improve the government productivity. I think we at Google are very, very excited about the potential that AI brings. It is an inflection point in the technology. You know, you would actually see many years ago when mobile phones actually became mainstream, and it actually changed the whole paradigm of how human beings, citizens interact with technology, and the benefits that the technology could actually provide to citizens in really sort of becoming more productive and could actually sort of get more awareness about the information around them. So what I'm going to be doing in the next 15 to 20 minutes is give you some views on how AI could be used in improving citizen service deliveries, how it could empower government to actually make decisions using AI, and can actually sort of bring out government schemes, can make government more productive. So at Google, our mission is to organize the world's information and really make it universally accessible and useful. And so we've been, at Google, we've been working on AI for 2 decades now. And, a lot of things that you see today as AI, or in other words, Gen AI, is something that started in Google in our labs. And, the genesis of Gen AI actually starts from something called a transformer model, which actually is the base of most of the LLMs that you see today. And so that is something that we started working on. We actually got that in the labs. And like all the technologies that we actually work in our labs, we make it open source. So in fact, we are the #1 open source contributor. And so like our ethos, we actually made some of the models like Transformer as an open source model, which is then being used by industries and Google to build further additional models like Gemini is something that we built, which is a multimodal model. And from the get-go, so basically, we actually sort of used native multimodal data, which is the text, the audio, and the video, to train this model from the scratch. And so Gemini has the largest, window of data that it can actually take. Apart from that, Google has been working on really sort of building different modalities of models, whether it is the Palm to Imagen. We just recently launched VO, which is the video generation model, and the list goes on. Apart from the model in AI, you also need software to train the model or to run the models. And Google has again been very active in really building these softwares, whether it is the TensorFlow, the PyTorch, JAX, Kubernetes. All of these technologies is something that Google built and then made it open source so that the industry can really leverage that to make the AI more sort of mainstream. And the fourth column that you see is not new to anybody in this room. All of these technologies or all of these solutions are something that you use on a day-to-day basis, whether it is the Gmail or the Google search or the YouTube, Google Maps. All of these technology today uses AI in some or the other form to really make the experience for the end user very simple. And all of this has been built using the same AI infrastructure that has been empowering the Google Cloud and the rest of the, all of these interfaces that you see today. One of the key things that I wanted to bring out is that this, infrastructure has been there for more than 2 decades, and we haven't seen any vulnerabilities. We haven't seen any attacks on of these interfaces today. And so that is the kind of security and reliability that we need in order for this technology to run. I'll quickly go through the platform that we offer from AI perspective. So this is Vertex AI, and it actually caters to all kind of users, whether it is the foundation model producers or it is actually the, the audience who actually wants to leverage the existing models but fine-tune it for their specific purpose, or they want to leverage the existing models within their application at a much faster speed. You don't need to be a great data scientist or a data engineer to really sort of use AI. How could we democratize AI is the key purpose that Google is actually working towards. And we want to partner with the government of MP to make sure that you could leverage AI and Gen AI in very simple way into your applications. So as Sanjay Dubey sir mentioned in the session before, we want to make sure that you leverage AI and Gen AI in your applications that you deliver to the citizens. I'll talk more about that. The other aspect, which is you see on the right-hand side of the slide, is the ecosystem of partners. So basically, we believe that not a single model will be used to solve all the problems. And so you need to have multiple models. So what we do is we actually curate some of the third-party models from Anthropic, Midjourney, Osmo, Meta, and we actually make it very, very simple for you to use it through something called as Model Garden that we have in our platform. So while I talk about the technology and about the different ways that you could use AI in your applications, there is other aspect, which is how do we make sure that the data that goes into these models are secured, and it is not, the data privacy is very important. And so that is where Google has been at it. In fact, we were the first one to come up with responsible AI practices, which is again very, very important when you actually use AI in your application. You really want to make sure that you follow responsible AI practices, the data governance practices. You know, a lot of these models require a lot of data for it to be trained, especially the foundational models like LLM that needs to really sort of get trained. And so you want to make sure that you are indemnified when it comes to the data that is being used for training the model. Not only that, you should also be indemnified for the output that is getting generated from these models. So, these are some of the aspects that we think it is important for the government to understand and be cognizant of how they could actually bring some of these guardrails into leveraging AI. So while Google provides the public cloud, which is the Google Cloud, through which you could actually leverage some of these AI and Gen AI services, but in some use cases where you may want to set up Google Cloud AI capabilities in your data center, so we do provide those technologies as well, which we call as the Google Distributed Cloud, which is something that could be set up in your data center to deliver some of these services. I'll quickly switch gears, and I know I'm pressed for time. So what I'm going to do is I'll quickly show you some examples of use cases that we've been working with multiple state government and the central ministries, whether it is to deliver citizen services or government productivity, agriculture, in public healthcare. I think some of our earlier dignitaries actually talked about healthcare, education, ONDC. How could we use geospatial data along with AI to really sort of bring out insights that we could leverage in some of the use cases. This is a good example of how you could actually sort of think about improving the citizen-government interaction. Now, while the government has a lot of the government websites, every state has it, every central ministries has the websites, which are public websites meant for providing information about different government schemes or information about the departments. Now, one of the key barriers is that there are a lot of information in these websites. How do we really make it simple for citizens to get answers to their specific questions? And the way to do that is to really sort of think about having a simple search bar in which a citizen could actually talk to their website instead of writing in their native language. So if I want to know what are the relevant government schemes for me as a farmer, I should be able to speak to my app or to my website and ask that question, and it should generate response in their native language. So in this case, it could be Hindi that they would get the response. The answers will be generated from the content of the website only. That is important, right? We want to make sure that the information that the citizen is getting is from the sources of the